Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, we will go through the 2019 May Section 4, Question 24 SAT exam. So let's take a quick look on the question. If you have not done this question yet, you may pause the video and take a quick look on the question. All right, assuming that you have read through the entire problem, so I want to point out that this question is focusing on assessing two major concepts. One, do you understand exponential functions? And two, do you understand percentage? So the key idea right here, the key point in this question is we are trying to come up with a model to describe the number of CDs or millions of CDs sold in the US T years after 2005. Now, this piece of information is very, very important because it tells us that T is equal to 0 after 2005. Okay, so what we can say is this: if T is equal to 0, which is 2005, well, we have 600 millions. So we want to find a model that would at least give us this information. Okay, now if you just look at this part of the information, all four choices will work. So it will be better for us to think about, well, what if T is equal to 1? Well, if T is equal to 1, then you have 2006, right? And the way we're going to get it, it's by having 600 times 0.85. Now, it's very important that you understand how to get 0.85 or 85%, because the problem sets that it declines at a 15% rate per year. Okay, so if you want to find the amount of CD sold, okay, after 1 year, then you focus on the 85%, because the 15% is decline, so 85% is what it remains. So you have 600 times 0.85, which is equal to 510. Okay, now let's keep going. Okay, now just a little reminder that you're not supposed to do this if you really know what's going on here. So I will show you how to think through this, but I'm just going to show you the concept. So I'm going to work out step by step. So the next one is 2007. Okay, T is equal to 2. So in that case, I would do 510 and then times 0.85 again, which will give us 433.5. Now, you are not going to test out all the choices, but instead, I want you to see one thing. I want you to focus on this number right here, which is coming from the previous step. So I want to go ahead and rewrite this 510 based on the previous step. Okay, this is 510, and then this is the 0.85, which is from here. So what you can see here is that it is the same as 600 times 0.85 square. And what you can see now is that as we have more years, if it's T equals to 3, then what we have is 600 times 0.85 square times 0.85 again, which is 0.85 cube. So this is how we know the correct answer must be B. Okay, the correct answer must be B. Okay, now what about the other choices? Okay, now if you look at C and D, you look at these two numbers being bigger than 1, that means the number is going to increase. And as you can see from the problem, we are having a decline, not an increase on an annual basis. So therefore, C and D cannot be correct. So one thing that we know is that if it has some signs or features of declining, this number right here, it has to be less than 1 so that we can see how the graph is declining. So this is the number right here bigger than 1. So let's just say this is A is bigger than 1, and this is A being less than 1. Okay, being less than 1, it's always going to be bigger than 0. Okay, so this is how we would know B is the answer. Now, if you ask, what about A? Could A be correct? Well, this is showing you the amount of decline each year. So if you use this equation, you're actually showing how many CDs, how many millions of CDs they were declining after some years. Okay, so that's not what we want. So this is why showing the steps over here would give you a really good explanation of why B is the correct answer. So now, how would this concept be tested? The exponential concept, it's very, very common, especially when we talk about a consistent increase or decrease at the same rate year after year, or at a regular time basis. So you can expect to see something like maybe half-life, or maybe some kind of medicine concentration in our body. So after some hours, it's going to drop by a certain percentage, and so forth. So making sure that you know how the graphs will look and the common features of an exponential function is very important, such as right here, knowing the two kinds of graphs. When the base number, is bigger than 1 or less than 1, it's very, very important. So you can weed out the choices a lot easier. So this is how to solve exponential functions, and I hope you understand a lot through this video.
Do you want some extra credit? If you do, subscribe our channel. I promise you, you will learn a lot more and get extra credit from that. If you have any question, please make sure that you email us at goodacademics@gmail.com. If you have any question in math, science, or education, just send them in and we will do our very best to resolve your problems. And I thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope that you will continue to learn a lot more through our channel. See you soon.